Good evening, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 7:20 on Friday evening, back with 3 each way selections for tomorrow. I was trying to get it done early to get the lawn done tonight, because I was saying if it's not done tonight, it'll be Tuesday. With the schools finished early tomorrow, Saturday is never a great day for me, with racing and a couple of things to do Saturday morning. And Sunday and Monday, then I've 2 runs to do elsewhere besides for Craig's National School, bringing them playing soccer or something, and the race in Roscommon is on Monday evening then, so it'll be Tuesday. So I might get to it yet, but it's just after starting raining, so I hope it mightn't be too bad. I'll have to try it anyway. I thought we'd have at least 2 winners today. We only had 1. I was convinced in my mind last night that there'd be definitely 2, but the only one that rode the horse the way I thought it might be rode was Jim Crowley. He got the lead, an easy lead, and he held on. That was 7-2 all day. I think it went off 5-2. There was a lot of late money for it. But I don't know what O'Sheen Murphy, the first one drifted like a bird, so it obviously wasn't fit. I thought with him being put up on it that it might have been. But the other one, I watched the video even there a few minutes ago. He was coming up the rail and he finished the other side, hands and heels. He's only beaten 5 lengths or 4.5 or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know the hell what. We had another one. I can't remember. Anyway, tomorrow I couldn't make head nor tail of the Newmarket card, because I didn't know how was the going like. So I left it alone. I picked out, there's rain promised in Cork, I was told a while ago. So it says good to firm there. I'm going on this, that it's going to be there's going to be cut in the ground. And No More Porter, he's only a 5-year-old. He's after moving yards. I seen he was 12-1 there earlier with 365. I think there's 9s with the green bouquet. It used to be with Johnny Feen, and it moved Jado McGuinness, and it has good enough ground, good enough form on with cut in the ground. Won a couple of races going back 2021 of 61 and then off 80. But it had ran in a lot of the big handicaps there, you know. When you see the names of the horses like Current Option, Mr. Wagyu, Celtic Crown, Fastnet Crown, Federal, Dexter Bell, 2nd in the Curragh last year, 2nd of 20, but was 5th of 27 in the Lincoln. And it's here on the right hand side in the black and red colours.
Over on the far side, the top weight, I Am Superman, with bursting through, is totally charming ahead of Salt and Stall and Lay Laps. Here in the centre is Saneer. It's on the final furlong, and it's totally charming who hits the front over on the far side. Being challenged by Salt and Stall up the running rail. Saneer unleashing a very good late run ahead of Casanova, who's flying, going up towards the line. Here's Latam from out of the clouds. Latam on the outside of Salt and Stall.
I thought that run would tighten them up for tomorrow, or and with the cut in the ground, he's a stayer, and you need that at 7 furlongs with cut. So there's another risk. 12-1 there with, and they're paying that's with 365, 5 places. A couple of them paying 6. The green bookie paying 6. That's why they're putting it in with not a guaranteed price at 17-2. There's a risky sort of one here now, but it's one I spotted the other night because it was in my tracker. It's a 1.6 mile on good to soft ground. It's there's a hot favourite in it, 6-4, Just Us, from Dean Williams' yard. But Havaila is 14-1. They're paying 4 places. Milton Harris, 3 for 18 in the last 14 days. Used to be with Michael Stout. 4 runs I think it had on the flat. Gained American of 76. Then it ran over hurdles. It was only raised 106, but we came across it here when we backed Affadil, who done us a good turn since. And Mr. Freedom, that Grappon on Eno, when you see him, I can't understand how he got bet last week. Looking at this again last night. But
Havaila's got a chance as well.
That's him, number 12 on the outside.
Horse race on our hands
or number 15, sorry.
home. Blue King Duro now has the lead from Affadil, 4 of a kind. Arclight's in 4th, needs more. Havaila's there as well. Then to the outside, Punta del Este and Grappanonino over the second last flight of hurdles. Then we've got Mr. Freedom trying to work his way through between runners as they head now down towards the last flight. Blue King Duro is the leader from Affadil in second place. Paul Nichols 1-2 at the moment. Havaila's back in 3rd. That was the final flight of hurdles. Blue King Duro and Angus Chaleda is about 4 lengths in front. Affadil and Havaila running a screamer on the far side. Mr. Freedom's back in 4th, but running onto the line, Blue King Duro carries a big weight to victory.
Affadil came out and won the next time for us then. But they're paying 4 places, and when you see the 4th favourite is a 10-1 shot. He came out in a maiden hurdle race after that. I think he won by 37 lengths or something. It hasn't ran since. 75 lengths. It was 1-8, or just doing a 2-horse race. But it's risky sort of a bet going back, but with risk we get reward. And long-time followers of the channel will remember Dreamcasing from last year. Had American 52 off after 3 runs, and it ran first time out in Thirst last year, second of 20, and it was drawn 1, and I think it was the first. It was the only horse in the first 7 or 8 that was drawn low. It went off 11-10 favourite. We got it at a better price in Catterick. This is it on the very left-hand side with the yellow sleeves on the left.
They now race on with a furlong and a half left to go. Mr. Trevor's got a golden opportunity here with Dreamcasing so far back. Mr. Trevor trying to get past How Bizarre, who battles on. Here down the outside is Round the Island with every chance as well. And these 3 aren't separated by very much at all as they head towards the closing stages. Round the Island, Mr. Trevor and How Bizarre as they go up towards the line. Tight one. Round the Island was there together with Mr. Trevor.
There was Vex over that, I'll tell you. And then he ran a week later or 2. He's second from the right here. Watch this for an effort. Second from the right.
Pride is now losing ground. The maroon and white Polham Lane coming into it with some style as well as they head down now to the final 2 furlongs, and Dreamcasing on the right, the yellow sleeves, the maroon and white of Polham Lane. It's this pair together. Secret Equity behind those in 3rd position. They head inside the final furlong now, and in maroon and white, Polham Lane has the advantage, but the yellow jacket, Secret Equity, nearest to us, is coming to challenge. Very tight between them. Dreamcasing is back in 3rd position. Yazaman and Macho.
That was a relation of John Wayne's as well from the Wild West. Way out in the Wild West. So that's what you're up against. It opened 8-1 a while ago with the green bookie. It opened at 6s with 365. It had 1 run after that, an unlucky run as well. It went on odds on favourite, but first run last year was nearly its best run. So I was saying at 8-1, 4 places there, I'm on it already. 10 to 5s, 9 to 2. It's a backable each way price at that, like, but I'd be hoping, like, if the ability is there, and hopefully that it has going to show it tomorrow. So there's 3 each way bets. The Churchill Downs tomorrow night is the Oaks. The Kentucky Oaks is on at 10 to 11. Godolphin have the Fav, Wet Paint. It was 5 to 2 there earlier. And Brad Cox and Flavian Pratt, fair combination. It won the fantasy stakes. This is it on the very left-hand side, taking the turn for home.
Home. And Wet Paint is looming on the extreme outside here. Olivia Twist is running a big one. Grand Love on the inside and Condensation. And Wet Paint from last has swept by in mid-stretch in the fantasy. Wet Paint is drawing clear. Taxed is moving on by Olivia Twist into second. Wet Paint has swept the 3-year-old filly series here.
I think it's the right favourite. I was looking at some of the other videos last night. There's a couple of them, you know, they're like, it's not a shoe-in or anything. It has Godolphin actually has another one there. Brendan Walsh saying that pretty mischievous. I thought that was one. And there's a race then on Saturday. I just had to get it out of the way now. I didn't get me pick for the Derby yet. I'll do it tomorrow evening. But we do have a woman, Paula, and sometimes she goes under the handle Spinderella. But Spinderella will be familiar to some passengers that follow the flat. This ran in Ascot last year. I think it was only time it was beaten. Yeah, it had 1-3 coming in. This ran in the Coronation Stakes in Spiral.
Spenderella will turn on in third. Discovery's fourth. The noseband in Morgastine is next to Tenebrism in the maroon and blue. Sondrine in the noseband wide off the turn in Spiral is going to have to try and thread her way through from the rear. Frankie driving away, red jacket, blue cap. Inside the two, Cachet. Challenged now by Spenderella, the hoop sleeves. Here's Discovery's, and now in Spiral finds daylight. She begins to run on very strongly down the centre onto the Tory drive, and in Spiral has come sweeping through to snatch the lead. Deep inside the furlong, redemption day for Frankie. In Spiral, power and clear. In Spiral, inspired.
There's a group 2 or grade 2. Went over won a group 1 in Del Mar last August.
Lucky girl. 3/8 to go in the Delmar Oaks, and Cairo Memories kicks for home, but Spanderella immediately hooks out and comes to take her on. And Spanderella in the white cap now taking on Cairo Memories, top of the lane in the Oaks. These two come for home together. Bellabella's trying to get involved from third. Homeward bound, and Spanderella just sweeps on by and opens up on them. And it's Spanderella striding away. 4, 5, 6 could not have been more impressive. Spanderella turns it into a procession, finishing set.
There's no prices up yet for that, but she won first time out last year. Tyler Gaffleone is on it. He's not a bad pilot, so that was one I had picked out. There's a couple of good races on, a couple of turf races. We'll get to them. Hopefully, I'll spend an hour out of tonight. Kentucky Derby. It's on at nearly midnight. One that wasn't in the race last year, and it was 21. He won the race last year, Rich Strike. So there could be, if there's withdrawals, one of the 3 outs or reserves could get in. There's an outsider there that has a chance in it, I'd say, is Rocket Can for Billy Mott. Stepping up in trip will suit. But Forte is the winner of the Breeders' Cup, and it was the winter favourite for this. Hasn't been that over impressive, but they're probably just gearing up for this day. Anyway, I'll try and pick out a couple for Saturday. I'll be on early tomorrow evening because there's something on. I can't remember what it is. Oh no, it'll be early Saturday. There's a match on, I think. I'm rambling on. My head has gone light. Bash the bookies. Oh, a few newcomers on the bus. Martin John, Billy Madden, Shay Coleman. He's going to Cork on Saturday. I think I've one picked out for Cork on Saturday. There's a bus horse running tomorrow in Downpatrick, the one we dream of. That's in the... Just nearly forgot that. What race is he in? It's in the 650, isn't it? He won for us on the flat in Bellewstown. Short enough. And different sort of ground as well now, because it was hot deep that day, wasn't it? Our buddy Ayres is out tomorrow evening, but in that race, the No More Porter. I forgot to say that. That was heavy that evening, but it won handicap hurl of 92, and then it was third to Port Rashid. So it was only a drop a pound for that. It's a bit short though. I thought it'd be a bigger price. But anyone that backed to the last time, made a few pound, probably has to stay with it, be loyal. Hard to know what to make of that splashing out. There's a lot of money from the last two, but he's a bit iffy. And there's a listed race in Cork. Gerline still has to have a winner this year. He's not flying it, but Paddy Toomey has Treasure Trove. And the other one, Gerline's horse beat it last year. But he might have it ready first time out. He had the one from France that came over yesterday ready. Toomey's a fair operator. Betting suggests between the two of them, but if I was making a selection, it'd be Treasure Trove over the other one. Bash the bookies, over and out.